Namaskar. Myself, Dr. Harish Kumar, welcoming you all in this special virtual lecture. And today we are going to discuss about functions of communication. These functions are just like a pillar of any sorts of communication. Dear students, let us discuss about the objectives of this particular course. The course is designed and introduced to provide a glimpse of understanding communication from broader perspectives, how it is related to media and society. Thus, this subject will provide concepts, theories, and practical aspects of communication. And today, in this regard, we are going to discuss about different functions of communication. So, students, we are going to discuss different kinds of functions in this regard, and these functions are regulations and control, social interaction, education, motivation, information, entertainment, emotional expression, persuasion, and surveillance of the society. Apart from it, you will find that there are other functions also, but these are the main functions about which we are going to discuss today. So, dear students, we are living in a society which is called as information-based society. It means that information is playing a major role in any information-based society. Without information or without credible information, we are unable to take decision. So, basic function of communication is to inform. We are going to inform about various kinds of things. We are going to inform about the environment. We are going to inform about any happening. We are going to inform about any events. You might have heard on different radio stations that in which they are going to inform you about traffic jam. They are going to inform you about weather condition. They are going to inform you about any event or any kind of happening which is going to take place. So basically, information function is one of the most important function because it is fulfilling the need of each and every individual. Each and every individual wants the kind of information, and the individual wants the information which is credible in nature, because if the information is not credible, then definitely it is going to create a problem, and miscommunication can create a lot of trouble for these kinds of person. So at least being a media person, it's our responsibility to provide correct information. And in this regard, if we are going to cross-check the fact, then definitely we'll be able to inform in a correct manner. Entertainment is another important function of communication. Basically, entertainment is subjective in nature. It depends on person to person how they are going to entertain themselves. For someone, a particular domain will be the part of entertainment. For other one, it might not be a part of entertainment. So that's why in communication we are going to just decide about the kind of receivers whom we are going to entertain. And if we are just going to take care about the interest of these person, then definitely we will just fulfill our own objective. For someone, classical music might be a source of entertainment. For any other person, it might not be source of entertainment. Any other kind of music genre would be a kind of entertainment component for that person. So basically, nowadays you'll find that we are having mass media, and we are having diverse media which is just trying to entertain us. But at the same time, if the information or the kind of entertaining content is concerned, it's ambiguous in nature, or it is not providing healthy entertainment, then definitely we have to think about it whether communication is fulfilling its objective, or whether it is functioning in right direction or not. So being the student of media, it's our own responsibility to evaluate the kind of entertainment content and decide what is the mood of the youth today. Dear students, we should not forget that the functions of communication are very important for us, because on the basis of these functions we are going to just ascertain several tasks. We can regulate something, we can have a kind of control over others. Sometimes we say that please stop writing. We say stand up. We say that you should just try to follow these rules and regulation. So basically each and every time whenever we are going to give any kind of command, or we are just going to control the person, and we are going to regulate anything, for each and every purpose we need communication. If the information is prompt, if it is clear, and if it is not conflicting in nature, then definitely we will be able to regulate the kind of thing. Otherwise, if it is not prompt one, or it is ambiguous in nature, then definitely we have to think over it, and we have to just decide about an effective kind of communication strategy in this regard. So basically, when you want that, you should have a kind of control over others. At the time, you should decide about the mechanism of communication, whether you are going to communicate effectively so that you can make a control over others or not. Social interaction and mobilization is another important function of communication. Being a social animal, we are able to interact with each other, and it's a kind of necessity for each and every individual. Without having an interaction with others, it's very difficult for us to survive. We used to interact for various purposes. We used to interact to borrow something. We used to interact with others for creating a kind of environment, or creating a bonding with others. We used to interact for the purpose of any query. We used to interact whenever we want to share anything. We used to interact whenever we are going to tell something to others about any important kind of thing. So basically you'll find that interaction takes place at each and every stage. Without interaction, it would be very difficult for you to survive. And if you're not going to interact, then ultimately it creates a lot of trouble. And with the proper in kind of interaction, you can mobilize the society. You can mobilize the society for a particular cause, and you'll find that as far as mobilization is concerned, basically you are just going to disseminate the information, or your communication mechanism is so prompt that you're able to convince others, and the people are being mobilized for a particular cause. You might have been several examples in which different people came forward for a particular cause. We can take the example of Jessica Lal murder case, and apart from it, there are different kinds of cases in which youth were mobilized, and they just came forward and they protested against a particular kind of thing. So basically, if your communication is prompt, and it is having some emotional input, and there is a kind of clarity, then definitely you are going to mobilize the society, and it is a kind of healthy kind of indication of any democratic country, and the country which is a vibrant one. Emotional expression is another important function of communication. Whenever we are going to express anything, basically we are just trying to disseminate a particular kind of emotion. Our emotion are being affected by various kinds of situations. Like we have always to think about the kind of event in which we are going to express something. At the same time, we should not forget about the geographical condition of that particular country. We should not forget about uh, the receivers who are going to take the kind of information. What is the occasion? The occasion is also one of the important thing, and accordingly we are going to express ourselves. If there is anything, any mishappening, then we have to communicate that particular emotion. The sadness should be reflected from our own side, and if there is anything which is having some humor, then we should convey the message in that particular manner. Sometimes it happens that you are going to convey something in which you are going to connect with the audience. So at the time, if you are going to take the help of these emotional inputs, definitely then you are going to create a kind of indelible imprint on others. So these emotions are very important for you, and it helps us to connect with the audience. Persuasion is also one of the important function of communication. Basically, you want to persuade others because you want that the person should behave in a certain way. Different advertising companies, they are just trying to persuade the audience because they want that the people should purchase a particular kind of brand, or they should be a part of their own services. So persuasion is only possible when the communication is very effective, very convincing, and very appealing in nature. Otherwise, if it is not structured properly, if the important appealing factors are missing in the content, you'll find that it would not be able to persuade others. So that's why whenever you are going to persuade other, there must be kind of clarity. You must do proper research, and you should know about the kind of audience whom you are going to convey the message. Only then you will be able to persuade others. And nowadays you'll find that the persuasion level of different kinds of media, and especially online media and social media, is very high right now, because it has provided a kind of tool to all the common person. Communication also helps us, and with the help of communication we can make different strategy for the purpose of surveillancing the society. So you'll find that if anything happening which is not good for the society, then communication always helps us. We are just going to tell all the things to others. Sometimes we are going to tell something to the higher authorities. Sometimes it happens that if there is any problem, is if there is any challenge, or if there is any scarcity, or during the time of crisis also, communication plays a very important role. So basically, if there is a proper surveillance of the society, then we can just uplift the status of each and every individual in the society. We can also empower different members of the society. Apart from it, we can also just do away with social stigma. So proper surveillance of the society is the need of the hour, and basically you'll find that communication always helps us in just achieving our own objective in this regard. Instructional function helps us in giving different kinds of command. Even you might have heard that in army there is strict rule and regulation, and there is a proper instruction. Sometimes it happens that we are working in different offices, and you'll find that there are different kinds of instruction. So basically, through proper communication, we are going to instruct other to behave in a certain way, to follow certain rules and regulation. At the same time, we can also make law and order of the particular area. So basically, this is one of the important function of communication, through which we are going to instruct other to behave in a certain way, to follow something, or to be a part of a particular kind of thing. So dear students, today we discuss about different functions of communication. As you might be aware that these functions are very important for us. Because of these functions, we can make this particular society more vibrant in nature. And as you might be aware that these functions are also fulfilling the need of each and every individual. We are going to provide information, we are going to educate others. At the same time, we are going to provide them entertaining content. And because entertainment is also one of the important need of each and every individual, we can have some social interaction with others, or we can have some motivational content for others. So we can say that without communication, we will not be able to accomplish our task, and without communicating, we will not be able to survive. So therefore, it is our own responsibility to use communication effectively and generously. Otherwise, it can also create a lot of trouble for the society. Sometimes, if the communication is not prompt, it is conflicting in nature, then it can also create a kind of conflict in society. So being a media person, being a professional, being a citizen of the country, it's our own responsibility just to decide about the kind of function of communication, and we have to take different important elements of communication in this regard, and we have to make our communication strategy in such a manner so that we can serve the society, we can fulfill our own objective, at the same time that the strategy can also helps us in making us more vibrant. So dear friends, the question of today is that as you all are aware that we are living in the information age. So you have to identify, you have to evaluate how communication is making a contribution in the development of the country, because each and every country is going to rely on communication. So how communication can become a developmental tool of the country? So basically you have to just identify these elements. Dear students, if you want more information, you want to read books, then you can visit these websites, as well as you can just purchase the books mentioned here. So dear students, thank you very much for watching this virtual class, and if you are having any suggestion, if you are having any query, you are most welcome, and you can just contact me on my email ID, that is harish.kumar@galgothiasinstitute.edu.in. Apart from it, you can also call me in my office hour, and in this regard I will be happy to just clear your doubt. So thank you once again. We'll meet again. Till then, namaskar.